Okay, Sunday morning in the kingdom, and I'm live on location. I'm on the other side of the yard. Yes, because it's windy on frickin' real. Yes. So this morning we woke up to +1, but feels like -4. Lies. It's chilly out here. Yes, it's cold. It's probably going to snow right away. Okay, on the yo-yo scale, +34. Once again, a good car, Bonnie and Clyde. But feels like +25 Fahrenheit. Yes, and we like to thank you all for the birthday wishes. Now I feel like a really old guy. Yes. Oh, well, I'm just as young as I feel. All right. So today it's going to rain and snow. So we're not going to be using the service truck to weld on the ramp. Yes, on the ramp. So then I can go up and down in my meta chair. All right. So the staff has a water break at her house. The water's going in the basement. And that's the line they fixed last fall or just before winter. So that tells the ground heebie-jeebied and broke the line again or something. But oh well. So now we have to unload the wagon because we need the wagon over at her house to take the chimney off her tank shed. Yes. Oh, I got the burps. I had peanut butter thick on my toast today because I figured out it's my birthday celebrations and I'll just put the peanut butter on really thick. So now I have to unload the wagon so she can haul the chimney and stuff like that. So today we have to get ready for the big trip into WHO-ville tomorrow morning with the loader, the wagon, and everything like that to move her quad shed so the town can dig up the front yard again. Oh, well. We're just having fun. So that's the project this today is to unload the wagon and put all that wood in the shed right there. So I'm going to freeze while the staff is at our Mickey Mouse job inside where it's warm, counting the cornflakes boxes. Yes, as part of inventory. Yes, unfrickin' real. But we're having fun. I survived my birthday last night. Yes, the older I get, the earlier I go to bed. I remember being young, partying on May long weekend for my birthday and going to bed when the sun came up and freezing. Yes. Oh, look at the Canadian flag go. All right. Well, I better go. Here comes the boss. Okay, to go to the staff's house tomorrow in WHO-ville, we have to get ready today. Yes, I moved the trailer off the pit. Yes, just like the Beverly Hillbillies, I got a steel pond. Yes, a cement pond. Yes, we're going to clean that out, pump the water out. All right, so I need to take some gravel over to the staff's house, because we have to pull up some concrete that was her part of her fence, and then we can, I don't know, it's a pain in the ass to back over and stuff like that. So we got the tote or the tipping tub here, and back in the day I traded a bunch of work to a fella for A-base gravel for the new shop. A-base gravel is what they put on the roads. It packs nice, but the fellow was nice enough to bring me, I don't know, 11 semis of sand, I think it was, or whatever it was. Just lovely sand with some big rocks in it. So the whole idea was to backfill the shop with about 2 feet of this stuff, and then if I ever put a heated floor in, this would work out good. But in the meantime, the A-base gravel should pack and make it hard, but it doesn't. You can't even drive on it twice with the loader or a truck, so it's a pain in the ass. So I dug up here, sorted the rocks out because she doesn't need the rocks at her house, but that's the joys of the mini hoe. It's always in where it's warm, starts, runs, and then we got this tub filled. So then tomorrow when I drive over to WHO-ville, I'll take this tote or this tipping tub full of sand, and then we can dig out the concrete and then tip the sand into the concrete holes. That way everything is done once, not twice or 3 times. Not like the town of WHO-ville. This is the second time fixing the water line. Oh well. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom. The loader is ready. The staff will fill a jerry can today in WHO-ville and bring it over and fill it up, or put the jerry can in the loader. That way we have enough fuel to make it into WHO-ville and back. So this will fill in where the concrete is removed. And that way she doesn't have those bumpies to get in and out of her sheds. And we put the 41 Chevy over there beside the 45. Everything's looking good. Just waiting for the rains and snow to come. Okay, I was not planning on loading the wagon today or this week. Okay, I was going to wait until it warmed up and we could do it with the co-workers. Yes, 1,001 mosquitoes, but we need the wagon to go to the staff's house because of the water break. Unreal. So I have to drop everything on a long weekend, sober up to get this done. So I'm going to work through lunch and get this processed. I figured it would take 2 hours to empty this wagon. So I'm only handling the pieces once to go in here. When the pile was on the ground, I was chopping it off in the using the barrel, but now the pile's high enough. I can start stacking it that way. And the skill saw works excellent for chopping this stuff up. We're not doing stove lengths, we're doing lengths so it to lay flat. The main thing is they have to lay flat in the shed, and it has to lay flat in the wood stove. And also too, none of this wood, how would you say, is straight or anything like that. But the thing is, we are picking this stuff up off the ground because, as you can see, this is what we're cleaning up in the wilderness. All these crisscross trees and dead trees. So that way Bambi can run through the forest free and not trip and fall on a tree. So we look at it. If I had to pick it up and move it, it goes on the wagon. And then the next time we move it, it goes into the wood stove. All right, let's go have a get a beer so we can keep going on this project and beat the rains. Because if we stop for lunch, we'll come back out here. It'll be pouring rain like yesterday, but we want to get this done. All right, let's get going here. Okay, it's 1 o'clock and it's getting windy, so hopefully the rains and snow come, because I worked non-stop this morning to get everything ready for tomorrow's big trip into WHO-ville. It's going to be so emotional, I'm going to have to consult with Jack Daniels on returning. So I got the pallets strapped down and the ladder, because we need the ladder to take the chimney off the staff's quad shed. Oh, the wind. All right, let's see how I did. I think it's going to take 4 of these wagons to fill this shed here. Yes, we even got the branches too, but that's good for starting fires. But that's where I picked them up on the trail. I wasn't going to fart around, so they came here. All right, so that's how you do it. As you, how would you say, fill it up, you layer it up, you hold the piece, you cut it in the pile so you're not double handling it. So handle the tree from the wilderness to the wagon, from the wagon into here. So you're actually only handling it twice. So that works out good. And the skill saw did pretty good. That wasn't a new blade. I think we have, I don't know how many hours and footage of cutting on that blade, so it performed rather well. All right, let's go have some some lunch, and then we can finish our stuff we wanted to do today. Okay, the last and final thing we have on the list for tomorrow's great event into WHO-ville was a block-off plate for the chimney, because we're taking the chimney off. We still have the pipe going into the house of the staff. So I went to the recycle bin, got some plate, and I cut it out. Yes, I cut it out. There's the plate, and the tools all ready for tomorrow. And of course, we got to mention it. I used the ProPoint 30A Plus from Princess Auto to cut a perfectly round hole. Well, kind of, sort of, maybe. But I credit the beverage for making it such a beautiful job. All right, let's continue the quest.
Sunday morning in WHO-ville, and it's almost 10 a.m. and I'm just getting ready to head to work. I had a pretty long night tossing and turning in bed because I am sick, so I'm pretty tired today. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, and get to work. I'm only there until 2 p.m. and then I have to come home and make a ham for my dad's birthday dinner. 2 p.m. and I just made it home from work. It was a pretty good day. We got a lot of inventory done. I wasn't able to stay any longer because I have to make a nice ham dinner for my dad's birthday. So let's head inside, put the ham on, and let the dogs out. 2:30 and I'm just getting ready to put the ham on. These are one of the hams that I got for 50% off back at the beginning of May. I'm glad I saved it because now we have something to eat for my dad's birthday dinner. This will take a couple hours to cook since it has the bone in, so let's preheat the oven and get cooking. 3:30 and it officially started raining. I was doing my prep for the supper tonight and I noticed it was raining out my window. It is starting to get a lot harder now, as you can hear in the video. 5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's 5 degrees Celsius, which is 41 degrees Fahrenheit. We even know it feels like on the bottom. As you can see, it is raining again. It has been raining on and off most of the day here. My dad was able to get his stuff done in the kingdom while I was at work. When I came home, I started my cooking. Now it's time to head inside, finish up my prep. I have the potatoes in the oven already, and then make supper. Almost 6 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to bag up the food. For tonight's dessert, my dad is getting a lemon meringue pie because that is one of his favorites. And then they had an apple pie on sale at the store, so I grabbed that as well. Now let's put all the food together. 6 p.m. and I'm just finishing up supper. Now I'll head on over to the kingdom and drop this off. It's still raining out there, so let's get going before I get soaked and end my day.
Okay, due to the rain and the nap or whatever we did, we'll be short some video. So we'll put some video from the past in here, and hopefully it all works out good. Do we get the full 20 minutes so everybody can have a nap, just like I do? All right. Okay, Sunday afternoon, quitting time in the kingdom, a May long weekend. Now I can go drink some beer professionally. I modified the brake pedal here. I got my head in the road there. The little shiny spot will glare some of the sun off or make it brighter. But we modified it so it misses the steering column or whatever. We got this stuff off the internet. It's highly recommended. The skateboard dudes use it. So I guess Tony Hawk has it on his board or whatever. Put it on the brake pedal here so my foot won't slip off. But I cut it extra large and I thought the Ofla knife would dress it up. But I had to get the flapper wheel out. No, that's good stuff. And we also put a zoom gauge in so we know how much or how high the engine's screaming as we're going 50 miles an hour downhill with a tailwind. But oh well, time to go drink some beer. Talk to you later. Well, Monday morning, May long weekend in the kingdom, and we're off to a good start. Went to start the welder, and the choke thingy broke off. So I guess after 22 years or 24 years of pushing and pulling, it finally broke off. But that's just a minor detail in my life. And over here, I had to wait for it to warm up outside, so I welded the pipes on for the exhaust stacks on the 45. Looking pretty, and those are nice, beautiful welds. Plus, you can tell that the pipes are actually straight due to the rotation of the earth. And then out here, I'll move slowly so you guys don't get dizzy. We brought the 46 Chevy 3-ton up or 2-ton or whatever it is. And this one here, we fixed the Carolina Squat to make it look like the police car from American Graffiti with no rear end. Well, the May long weekend is officially over. It's Monday night, and I got this truck up and going. We put the dual exhaust on, the ram horns, and the new spark plug wires, and the new HEI back there. You see, I mark everything because at my age I forget. This is the square body motor, that black truck we wrecked. This thing needs a little bit of love because there was so much carbon buildup on the exhaust. So this thing needs a good run on the highway. But we need a rear end first. They're kind of missing that, but that's a minor detail. The exhaust turned out pretty good. I gotta watch my shadow so you guys can see, but it's coming along. And it's got not bad of a sound, but I think it's more because it's worn out. Being a 1978 and babied around WHO-ville. All right, talk to you later. Okay, Tuesday morning in the kingdom after the May long weekend, we survived. But it was chilly outside. I think it was -4 or 5 this morning, so we're in the shop with the wood stove going. I copied everything off the 45 Chevy truck here because I saved everything from that square body, and it's over here on the workbench, and that's the wood stove going. You can hear the wood crackling away. How romantic. Yeah, right. Okay, so the brake pedal is getting modified, ready to go into 45 because it's warmed up enough outside so we can go outside, and we have everything lined up. Yes, we've been buying parts in bulk. So like we bought 6 of these master cylinder thingies, so they're all the same and will work out well, or they'll fail all at the same time, made in China. Oh well, the new world we live in. Well, Mother Nature's confused, just like the rest of us. It was supposed to be a rainy, snowy, miserable day, part of the long weekend, but it's sunny, so we're outside working. We weren't planning this. I was able to mount the heater that I prefabbed the other day there with the 45 heater. I used my little pink template here. The staff told me it's pink, so we mounted it no problem. We're getting ready to change out this rad because that's a 3-core rad from 2013, and I've been buying these champion rads and having them shipped to the end of the world one at a time. They have a beautiful box. It's stuffed really full, so there's no damage. So I'm quite happy with that. The fan and everything's come in, no problem. And we got over here. It did not take long to mount the brake pedal and the mechanism and everything like that. So that's ready to go. We just have to bleed the brakes. And I'll put my head in the road there so we can see we put that skateboarder shit stuff on. Tony Hawk, you're the greatest. All right. Well, we're done for the day. I switched out the rod pretty quick. It went very well because we were ready and prepared. So now I got the Super Sucker fan on there. I've been buying them on Amazon. I spend my book money foolishly bettering myself. We got the master cylinder on and the brake booster on from the 78 Chevy square body. The staff went to get the case of beer, and then I couldn't reach this back bolt here. And these are stacked up washers to allow for the difference in the body design. So I used some tape, taped it together, and I could just hold it and get the bolt through. Pretty smart thinking for a guy my age. Well, now to go drink some beer. Talk to you later. Okay, I was able to beat the snow and the rain. I got the trucks up to the shop doors because I need to figure them out now. We're down to the nitty gritty. We got some parts left in the house. We're trying to get organized what we need to order for the last to get these trucks up and running to be all the same. This looks like Barnes Freighters, see, but the 2022 edition. But my grandpa was 1930 to 1952, but I don't think he painted all his trucks black. I don't even think trim-clad paint was around back then. And I doubt he used paintbrush like I do. I just splashed it on. But the trucks are lined up so we can get an idea. I'll go to the other side. Okay, I think I'm sober enough to do a walk by here. 39 Chevy. I've owned it since 1984. It's the best $200 I spent. We got the 41 Chevy here. We've been calling it a 46 Chevy, but I don't know why. But it's actually a 41. I think we're confused, like Father's Day here. And we got the 46 Chevy. We're working on it. And we got the 38 Maple Leaf. And beside it is the 38 GMC. So these two trucks are totally different. The GMC is supposed to be the heavy-duty truck of the GMC line, but it's actually a light-duty truck compared to the Canadian Maple Leaf. But then again, it's the Johnny Cash truck. So they took it one piece at a time to make it heavy-duty. Now I'm going to go drink some vodka to warm up. Talk to you later. Okay, that didn't take long to move the cats. The famous black cat was already moved. You can tell by there's no tracks unless you watch that CSI or Columbo show. That's what I grew up with. And we got the little TD6 known as Aggie. He came from the south. He's an ag cat, so he's being punished up here. We have the TD9 known as Bad Business. He's a three-seater, so he's known as Bad Business because I got him from my brother-in-law. So family dealings don't work too good, neither do marriages. And then we have Kijiji, which came from the Canadian shopping list or Craigslist of Canada. So it was supposed to be a complete running cat, always in the family. He turned out to be junk. I spent a lot of time on him, and I'm going to have to spend some more time. And then we have Freefall. This cat fell through the ice and broke his hitch on the back, and the only way he could do that is if he fell about 300 feet, doing about 90 miles an hour to hit the rocks in the bottom. But that's a fact of life of winter freighting. So there's a few comments that I'm so poor up here being a famous 5-star Amazon author that I can't afford top rollers for my cats. So this is this trademark of a winter freighting cat having the wooden rollers in here because they just ice up and the woodwork's excellent. All right, we talk to you guys later. Well, last night the rains came and it rained hard, but that's okay. We needed it to melt the ice that's still on the lake so the Americans can come up here and go fishing for the first time in 2 years because of the COVID lockdowns or whatever. So with this much rain and everything on the ground, I do not dare take the green forklift out even with the tire chains on because all it'll do is make some ruts. Here comes the stuff, right on time to go to work. Well, I don't know where she is. Here she comes. Oh, there's the stuff. There she is. There we go. Say wave. Oh, she didn't even wave. Oh well. Okay, I learned a long time ago to control the stress in my life by not saying I do. So I figured out that if you take welding rods, that's my finger, take welding rods and put an end on them like that, then you can put them in the pail so they're not stuck together. We used to never have these problems when we had brand loyalty, like buying Trojan condoms only, but now we're buying pails of oil that are on sale that we can afford at the end of the world. So now with the welding rods in there, these pails slide apart no problem. So now you're not like acting like Hercules trying to get the pails to come apart. And another thing to save on time and money is I use a lot of duct tape so I don't have to buy shoelaces. So today I plan on welding or plasma cutting in the shop, so I know my shoes are going to take a licking. So I put some fresh duct tape on to save the shoelaces so I'm not burning out the shoes. Oh, working smarter, not harder. Well, we're done for the day. We splashed some paint all over the place. We got the exhaust stacks painted to go up against the back of the cab. Everything is coming together. It's looking good. We splashed the paint everywhere. It makes a hell of a mess, but it's on thick and helps it from rusting away. I found some gray file folders to cover the dash because that'll have to be painted with a smaller brush than a 4-inch or whatever size I used. Okay, time to go drink some beer. Talk to you later. Okay, just a short little video on the 38 GMC, which has been in the family since 1977. I had removed the grill shell in fear that I would smash it up hitting a tree up in the snowy winter conditions up here because we drive the trucks year round. But on my other trucks, the 38 and the 39, I make these ptarmigan grills. That's conduit tubing for electrical with some mesh on it. That way we can hit the little ptarmigan bird because it flies along the ground as a form of protection. So being white and flying low to the ground, it kind of takes out the rad and the grills in your vehicle. So we've always called them the ptarmigan grills. And the P is silent or whatever when you say the word. Another thing I've done with this motor is we tossed a lot of money at it. We put the electronic ignition known as the HEI in, so that way we're not walking home like the few times we did. And we drove this truck, or it was at the Peace Gardens in 1977. It was a good time, and I was 10 years old. So I've had this truck for 26 years, and we're finally getting it together. Okay, back in 1977, Dad was working on this truck, and he was primering it and making it look like a beautiful hot rod. The 261 motor is an upgrade, but the problem they had back in 1977 is they didn't offer the water pump high-rise kit. It raises the water pump up to be kind of in the center of the fan there, the rad there. So that was a thing we never had. Plus, back in the 1977, hot rodding consists of going to the wrecking yard to find a rad that would fit. This appears to be out of Cousin Eddie's RV. It's a Dodge rad, and this would be a snorkel tube so the guy could fill it and stuff like that. So it's out of an RV. Dad made it fit, but nowadays we can buy those aluminum ones that bolt right in. So I've done the upgrade with the one-wire alternator. We've tossed a lot of money at this truck, and we're going to get it up and going. And another thing to make it a true northern truck is we have the snorkel tube suck off the exhaust manifold because we want hot air to go into the carburetor to keep it from freezing. So now today's project will be to make an aluminum rad fit in here, because like I've kind of jimmy rigged this one back in so we could drive it in December. And we did this back with the maple leaf. We just welded a rad in so we could drive around and wave to the girls and or the ladies at Dairy Queen, but Dairy Queen was closed. But oh well. Okay, here's more to come. This is what we did back in 2018. We tossed some money at new springs redone, new bushings and stuff like that. We upgraded to this adjustable tie rod to get rid of the drag link, to get rid of that ball and socket thing that falls apart when we hit a bump. So the brakes have all been done on this truck, and we tossed a lot of money at it, so it'll pass us safety on the road no problem. Well, it's time to go drink some beer and relax and enjoy the rainy, cool weather. Okay, I beat the rains by working steady this morning and through lunch and everything, and then the rains came and I fell asleep. I just woke up from having a nap. I don't know, it might have been alcohol induced. All right, so let's check on the flags. The staff will be delivering my birthday supper tonight. All right, we're having ham, I think it is. All right, the flags look good in their natural state of being wet and limp. All right, so we had a good production day today. And we'll see what we're going to do tomorrow. Oh yes, we're going to WHO-ville tomorrow. That'll be a big emotional day. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.